Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a fun and vibrant card project featuring the gorgeous sentiment stamp from the new Happy Camper release by Simon Stamp. I used it to build this bright and colorful background filled with playful hues, meaningful sentiments, and lovely florals. Before we dive in, I would really appreciate if you could take a minute to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. For today's card, I'll be featuring the absolutely stunning CZ Designs U2 stamp set, which is part of the latest Happy Camper release by Simon Stamp. This release is packed with so much fun and creative goodies. I'll leave a link to the full product lineup and the new release in the description box below. Be sure to check it out. This U2 stamp set is a small, compact 3x4 inch set, but it is packed with versatile and heartfelt sentiments, all centered around the powerful word you. The word "you" appears in a variety of beautiful styles and scripty fonts designed to pair perfectly with the coordinating sub-sentiments that is included in the set. This set is ideal for creating customized messages, whether you're sending love, gratitude, encouragement, or congratulations. For today's card, I'll be mixing and matching several of these sentiments to build a beautiful, vibrant, and uplifting background, along with some fun, colorful florals that I created using die cuts from products from the previous release, again by Simon Stamp. This stamp set does come with coordinating dies that cut out all of those U sentiments. However, for today's card, I'll be stamping them directly onto a white cardstock panel, which is trimmed to 4 by 5 and quarter inches, that is slightly smaller than a standard A2 size card base. To begin, I placed my panel onto my stamping platform. Here I'm using the Ultra stamp wheel, which features an ultra sticky mat to keep everything securely in place, especially helpful since I'll be doing quite a bit of repeat stamping. Just to be extra cautious, I also added a bit of washi tape around the edges, which you will see later in the video. Well, it's not absolutely necessary, but I'd rather be safe than risk having to start all over again. Next, I laid the transparency sheet over my panel, which will help me align all of the sentiments precisely. For the color palette, I wanted to keep things bright and vibrant, so I chose one ink from almost all of the color families, creating a soft rainbow effect. All of these inks are from the Simon Stamp Positively Saturated Ink Collection, with the exception of red shade, for which I'm using my Lumberjack Plaid Distress Mini Ink Cube. This set includes 4 unique styles of word you, and well, I decided to use all 4 on my card. I arranged them thoughtfully across the card front, allowing space to pair each one with a coordinating sub sentiment. This mix and match approach really adds interest and personalization to your design. The grid transparency sheet is incredibly helpful, not only for aligning the sentiments in straight lines, but also for visually balancing each section of that card. It made it so easy to divide the panel into quadrants and ensure everything felt cohesive and well placed. For each of the U sentiments, I chose different colors of ink. I started with Lumberjack Plaid, which is a rich red for my first U, followed by Sherbet, which was a lovely orange. Then we have Cadet, a bold blue, and Orchid, which is that vibrant purple you see in the end. I stamped each of these words twice to achieve a clean, crisp impression. Next, I moved on to the sub-sentiments. For that, I brought back my grid transparency sheet to help with the precise placement and positioned each sub-sentiment so that it slightly overlapped with the larger colorful U beneath it. Now, this is where you see I have my washi tape. That is because at some point I felt that my paper was moving and I didn't want to mess it up. Now, originally, I planned on stamping all of these sub sentiments using charcoal positively saturated inks, but later I switched to VersaFine Onyx Black ink for a deeper, crisper result. The bold black ink created a perfect contrast against that bright background and helped the sentiments really pop. I'm already in love with how this card is turning out. The vibrant colors paired with those gorgeous sentiments make it such a meaningful and thoughtful piece of art for the recipient. Now, sentiment stamps like these are perfect for creating personalized cards, and they work especially well when building an entire background using just words. I've actually created a similar design before where I used only sentiments to build the background for a teacher themed card. If you're interested in seeing that project, I have linked the video down in the description box below. Be sure to check it out. To fill in the empty spaces between the sentiments, I decided to add some beautiful floral elements. You can use any floral dyes that you already have in your stash. For this card, I chose the lovely Buttercup die set. It includes two different bloom sizes, each with two layering pieces for added dimension. It also comes with two stem designs, but for today's card project, I will not be using the stems. I will just be using the flowers. And well, I cut out a bunch of these flowers using plain white cardstock. To color them, I placed my die cut pieces onto my Simon's Stamp Ultra Sticky Mat, which is a great tool for keeping tiny bits in place while ink blending on them. I used the remaining colors from our earlier rainbow palette. For a few set of flowers, I used this gorgeous yellow citrine and pink sweets, which is I absolutely love this color combination of pink and yellow. It gives a beautiful transition. For few of those flowers, I paired the citrine with twilight, which is an absolutely beautiful blue. So up till now, other than the green shade from the rainbow, we have used almost all of the colors. We have oranges, yellows, pinks, blues, and purples. Now, let me know in the comments below, do you prefer die cutting with colored cardstock, or do you like to start with white and then add your own color? Personally, I love die cutting from white cardstock and customizing the colors myself. It gives me much more flexibility and control, letting me tailor the color palette perfectly to match the rest of my card design. For all of the ink blending on these florals, I'm using my mini ink blending brushes from Cat Scrappiness. There are two types of brushes by Cat Scrappiness, one with soft bristles and the other which has a little firmer bristle. Personally, I prefer the firm bristles as they give me better control and precision during all of this beautiful ink blending process. To add some greenery to the cut front, I die cut a few leaves using the Leafy Sprigs die from Simon's Stamp. An older release, but still one of my absolute favorites. I find myself reaching for this particular leaf shape die often whenever I'm working with anything floral. For ink blending, I used three shades of greens. We have pine, perfection, and limelacious, which together create a lovely gradient and bring the foliage to life. After finishing the ink blending, I assembled all the florals, adding foam tape between the layers to give them some dimension and depth. Now it's time to bring these vibrant floral pieces into our colorful, sentiment filled background. There's really no right or wrong way of doing it. I simply started filling the open areas between the sentiments with the flowers. Now I focused on placing the yellow and pink flowers towards the top of the card while the blue and yellow ones were arranged near the bottom. To introduce a bit of contrast and visual balance, I added smaller blooms to the sides, slightly overlapping the different colors. For adhering everything together, I used the new Positively Perfect Craft Glue by Simon's Stamp. Well, not all of the flowers are glued flat to the card, but the smaller blooms were propped up using foam tape for added dimension and texture. Once the flowers were arranged, I tucked in the leafy sprigs around them to give the design a more finished and polished look. Well, if you're familiar with my card making style, you will know that I usually gravitate towards simple and clean and simple designs, often just using a focal point image paired with a sentiment, maybe even a background. But in this case, I definitely stepped outside my comfort zone. But I have to say, I'm really loving the result. The bright colors, the layers, and how a simple sentiment stamp with just a bunch of mix and match sentiments inspired me to push my boundaries out of my usual style. It all came together so beautifully. This part of the video is sped up quite a bit, but in reality, I spent a good amount of time carefully arranging each element. Even though, as I mentioned earlier, there's no right or wrong way of doing this, but I really wanted to make sure I was happy with the overall composition before adhering everything down. I paid special attention to ensure that none of that sentiments were hidden beneath the floral arrangement. In some areas, particularly around the edges of the cardstock, there weren't any large flowers, so I filled those gaps with a few leftover leaf pieces. This helped the overall design feel more complete and balanced. Once I was done adhering all of the florals, I just turned my panel and cut off any of those excess uh, leaves or florals or any adhered pieces using a pair of scissors. I absolutely love how this card front turned out. I'll definitely be revisiting this style, bringing together lots of elements, layers, and textures to create something vibrant and full of interest. To complete the card, I mounted the finished panel onto a craft cardstock base. I love how that soft brown tone complements the bright, colorful card front and really ties the whole design together. For finishing touches, I added some shine and sparkle to the florals and the leaves using my Spectrum Noir glitter brush pen. Then I added a few white highlights with my white gel pen to bring out that extra detail. Just a quick tip, always apply your glitter first before adding your gel pen highlights to avoid smudging. Well, with that, we have this beautiful card ready. I absolutely love how this card turned out. I hope you enjoyed seeing this colorful and sentiment focused card come together. It was so much fun stepping outside my usual clean and simple style to create something bold, bright, and full of layered elements. This project really shows how a great sentiment stamp can be the star of your design and how easily you can build around it with just a few thoughtful touches and supplies that you already have in your stash. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and don't forget to check out the full Happy Camper release by Simon Stamp. I will have links to all of the products and the products that I used to create this card down in the description box below. Please note that all of those links are affiliate links, which means that if you shop using one of my links, I get a small commission at no cost to you guys. Thank you again for joining me today. Until next time, stay safe.